Hey y'all, Love Biscuit here, and we are playing the second quest for my human, Commoner Mesmer. And each beginning for the human is different based on if you chose noble, commoner, or on the streets. So you'll be meeting different people during this particular second quest. But yeah, so right now we're going to see Petra and Andrew in their
Keep walking.
tavern.
You ain't a friend of Big Nose Ted. You ain't welcome here.
Thank you, Twitchy
Come
Jake.
on, sweetness, just one dance. Let's see where it takes us.
Only if you get a job, a haircut, and
Greetings. I'm so glad to see you. I heard that you were up and around, but I was still worried.
I'm fine. Thanks for coming to see me. You know I love you and your father, but you both worry too much.
That's because you take too many risks.
Hey, girl. Stop gabbing and bring me a drink.
I think you've had enough, buddy. You're cut off. Now get out of my tavern.
Don't make me cripple you, old man. Give me more ale, and this time, it's on the house.
Leave my father alone, you ugly goon, or I'll call the Seraph.
Ugly? I'll show you ugly, honey. Hope you're looking for a fight.
He's gonna show her
Now
ugly,
you're
honey.
dead.
Let him have it, boys.
So now,
Look good doing it.
ugly, big nose Ted runs past all of his goons and hides. I mean, what kind of leader is that? But anyway, so here I'm actually using a scepter and pistol. And I haven't unlocked everything, as you can see. So right now I'm just working on unlocking everything. As you get further, you actually will unlock a dual-wielding illusion. So she'll pop up and start popping caps off in everybody's ass. It's actually really kind of cool. But there's a ton of different weapons that you can use for the Mesmer, which was neat. I ended up stopping at the greatsword. I was originally getting a new weapon, and then I would unlock it all the way, and then when I'd find a new weapon, then I'd do that. But I ended up stopping at the greatsword. I was having so much fun with it. I mean, who would have thought that you could cast with a greatsword? But you can use like a scepter, a sword, a greatsword, a staff, a focus, a torch, and pistols. So I mean, it's a really versatile class. I really enjoyed it a lot. Aw, sorry, Uptown Johnny. Poor guy. So then you start running up the stairs, and this guy just pops up. Bam. Douche. Looking back, I ended up running up the stairs after I killed Blaze here. And I could have revived all these guys, but I don't know what use they would have been. They come back alive later. But, yeah, so with the Mesmer, I ended up feeling like she was kind of a sissy, like in the beginning. But as she got further along, I felt better, especially like when I'd be doing the, oh, what are they? Gosh, the dynamic events. Mind blank. Anyway, so I'd be doing the dynamic events with a lot of other people, and I seem to feel better about my class then. Because I think it is pretty powerful all on its own. I actually played completely by myself other than during the dynamic events, but I never grouped up with anybody. So, it was a lot of fun.
like a big nail.
Oh, wow. Well, aren't you just full of sass and vinegar? Anyway, so, you end up just going up these stairs, taking out another guy after her, and then we have Big Nose Ted. So, and she's kind of easier to kill than the other two, I found. I'm not sure if that's a sexist thing, but she was pretty easy to kill. Oh, that's enough. She heals. But, I don't know, I had a lot of fun with her, especially like when I got the greatsword. It's actually really neat to see. And then, yeah, so I had a lot of fun. I never really grouped up with anybody. I was just kind of rolling by myself, and I have to say this is definitely doable by yourself, so far anyways. So I want to see how far I can get without grouping up with anybody. Don't get me wrong, I do like grouping up with people sometimes, but overall I like to be by myself, just, you know, having fun and getting in the story. Once, of course, I've gone through the story enough times that it's not any fun anymore, then is usually when I start doing the harder stuff and hanging out with other people. But, yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. I like doing instances and dungeons and things like that, so those are for instances that I would have to group with people, but just to quest and stuff like that, I don't know, I just kind of like doing it by myself. It's just how I've typically been. I love seeing all these Love Biscuits around. Aren't they great? They're like my entourage. Twitchy Jake's a lot harder to take out than Dead-Eye Dahlia was. She was kind of easy, but then each guy that I come across is kind of hard. Of course, I didn't notice that at the time. I'm noticing it right now as I'm voicing over it. Because as you guys can see, I didn't voice while I was playing this time. It's actually a lot easier to do after. It takes more time, yes. But whatever. Okay, here I'm switching to my focus because I have them completely unlocked. And I figure this big-nosed nasty guy over here is going to be a pain.
I'll go first.
So with him, I just did a lot of distance stuff, tried to stay away from him. He has knockbacks and junk, so I mean he's fairly easy to take out if you just move. I mean, keep moving, stay out of his way, don't let him hit you, and yeah. And as you can see, I have my illusionary ward. She's basically supposed to give me like a buff or something. I think I have to stand by her, and I never do. I haven't completely learned everything. I mean, I only had one weekend to mess around with it, and I was so busy getting new weapons and unlocking all the spells that I didn't really pay too much attention to everything I had to do and what everything did in particular. With the Mesmer Veil thing right there, that's basically allies run past it and they get a speed boost, but enemies go past it and they get crippled, so that's kind of nice. And your illusionary warding can take much more damage than just your basic girls who pop up. And I like how you can have 3 illusions at a time. That's really nice. Especially when I got my dual-wielding pistol girl. She was awesome. I'd have 2 of her up and then just one of the normal ones. It was fun. I don't know, I really had a lot of fun with this class, and I took time and played each of the classes, except for Warrior and Guardian. I never got around to those 2. And, because I'm trying to find the one that I'm going to spend my first playthrough with. Because I'm going to dedicate time and get gear and everything else on one particular one, and I want to make sure that it's fun. And I have to say, all of them are really fun, so I don't think that I'm going to have an issue not having fun. Each one has its own neat thing, and I really love all the classes and how they're way different from each other. It makes it really interesting. I like it. And the combat system I really enjoy. And I know some people were complaining about it, but it's really not bad at all. I mean, you have 10 slots right here, and I'm sure that there will be other things that happen, but people talk about having to spam the same buttons, but I'm like, really? I never really had that problem because I was always so busy switching weapons and switching out spells and stuff, or attacks, and I just had a lot of fun with it. So, I don't know, some people are kind of lame and they give up way too easy.
Bandits, thieves, and brawlers, by order of the Ministry Guard, you are all under arrest.
Hey, they started it. I was just defending my friend.
Commander Sarantine, what's the meaning of this? What are you doing here?
Nice of you to show up, Captain. I'm here keeping the peace. Something you and your Seraph can't seem to do.
Thanks to your interference. There's no way I'm letting you take the hero who fought beside me at Shaymore Garrison. I'll vouch for this one.
Captain? Please, that ugly goon hurt my father. Can you help us?
That looks nasty. It could take weeks to heal without the right medicine, and that medicine is expensive.
I hate to call in a marker, Captain, but I did help you when you needed it. Mind if I ask you to return the favor?
For the hero of Shaymore? Done. Talk to Lieutenant Francis at the 9th Company's base camp. Tell him I sent you. And he'll give you all the supplies you need.
And that's really all there is to the second quest for my human commoner Mesmer. So I hope you guys had fun. I'm Love Biscuit, and I'll see you guys soon.